Kelly and Megan Fox are back together. Because she has those weird toe thumbs, and
they're back together. I have a job.
I don't think. Oh, you've got a job? Are we live, Josh?
We are live.
Yo, welcome to Friends with Davey, everyone. Happy day after Valentine's Day, producer Josh. Did you have a great Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I was at Creek in the Cave in Austin, not with my family, and it was,
Perfect. Yeah,
it was good.
Any day away from your family is a good day, right?
No, that's
Are y'all messing with me? Are we really live?
Yeah, no,
yes,
we're live.
we're live.
No, we're
What do you
actually
mean?
live. We are fully live right now.
I know we're messing with me.
With us in studio, Taylor Bailey. Hello, Taylor. How are you?
I'm fine.
She's going through it right now. And Daniel Velasquez.
What's up,
buddy?
How are you, man?
I'm good, dude. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Post Valentine's Day, man. Ready to stroll out, man.
Oh, you step out like cheat on your girlfriend.
Oh, no.
Do
no.
Oh, no, not that.
No,
not that.
Not that.
Okay.
Not that.
Do
No.
it.
Did you and your girlfriend do anything cool for Valentine's?
We're doing the long distance thing right now. So she sent me Postmates, which was cool. I'm sorry, she sent me Uber Eats, which was nice. Or
let's get it right. Let's get the delivery service correct.
Was it a bottom friendly diet that she sent you?
Oh, that's right. We talked about that on the last episode.
Yeah, it was a good fiber breakfast.
Fiber rich breakfast.
Yeah.
That's so sweet, though.
That is really
It was
sweet.
nice.
I didn't get shit for Valentine's Day.
That sucks.
And she cursed already.
Oh, so
Taylor,
sorry.
we are trying to keep this podcast family friendly. Can you please
I'm so
cooperate?
sorry.
Do you want me to start it again?
No, let's not start it again. We'll just,
I can delete it and start it again.
this is just unbelievable already. Problematic
Why
right
would
off
you-
the bat.
Why would you make fun of Megan Fox's thumbs?
She has those toe thumbs.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't suck on that toe thumb?
No, I wouldn't suck on her toes or her toe thumbs.
Ooh, did you hear about like the blood rituals her
Oh, those are weird, yeah.
and Machine Gun Kelly do?
They do blood rituals?
They drink
Anything
each
I
other's
know
blood.
about those
No
two
way.
is
Yeah.
against my will.
Wait, what? Do you know a lot of details about this?
I know a lot of details just about them.
Well, because
and I hate it.
they had broken up and then gotten back together,
Yes.
and it was because they went to couples counseling.
Yeah, someone took a paparazzi got them coming out of couples counseling, and then they spent Valentine's Day together.
Well, how cute is that?
I think
I almost said the F word.
Thank you for not.
I think he re-upped on his occult contract, and so she was like, "Okay, you can come back with me."
Do you think they're in the occult or like the Illuminati?
Wait, they're in a cult?
They're in
The
the occult.
Josh, are you okay? You keep burping over there.
Also,
What
John,
is happening?
This is what 15-years-olds look up on YouTube. Like, how do you know all this stuff?
Because I also am on YouTube.
He's
like
also
15-year-olds.
15 and on YouTube.
That's my whole feed is all conspiracy theory.
He's an adult
just a
comic trapped in a
setting.
15-year-old's body.
Yeah.
Not like that, though.
No, and I can't say shit.
Yeah. No, you cannot say it. Why did you say it again? Dude, can we
already
mute
off
her
the rails.
microphone? Yeah, this is unbelievable.
I will literally
Already.
sit in Daniel's lap if you mute my mic.
Daniel would probably like it. Are you
I
okay with
would.
that, Daniel, if she sat in your lap?
That's assault, honestly. I don't want to go there.
We can say
You
assault.
do not have my consent
There's
to
a-
sit
yeah.
in my lap.
We
Yeah,
can
come
say
on now.
assault. We can't
Let's say hi to the
anything
people in the
fun.
chat real quick. Looks like Leanne Dietrich has joined us already. Dr. Tim is in the chat. What up, Dr. Tim? Audrey's here, Josh.
Audrey.
Your favorite?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Tim.
Everybody's here. Everybody's hanging out. Wendy May is here.
Wendy.
You love to see it. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. And today we're going to be talking about not Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
The UFOs. You're talking about UFOs?
I mean, we can
No,
talk about that a little
we're
bit.
over that.
No, we're not. That is super exciting, actually.
Yeah.
Why did I sing back at you? I hate that I did that.
Welcome to Davey with friends.
Well, Davey with friends. What?
Yeah.
You did that when you hosted at a show recently too. You were like,
you can't
seen him on the podcast, Davey with. I mean, friends with Davey.
You literally
Yeah.
told the city
It
of
was
Austin that
unbelievable.
they were the city of San Antonio.
I said
7
that
times.
once. I went back
Cap
and listened to
City.
that. Yeah, it was a Cap City, and I kept calling Austin San Antonio. But everyone made it seem like I did it dozens of times. It was once. It was
Yeah, yeah.
one time.
Once is enough.
Yeah, once was too many, honestly. I don't want to
Oh, this is
disrespect
with
San
Tori?
Antonio like that. Yeah, that was the show with Tori at Cap
Tori
City.
Slade.
She really did. She really did. And then we did the Valentine's Day show at Laugh Out Loud last night.
And that was sold out.
Completely sold out. It was packed. Amazing audience, except for one couple on the front row. They were not having a great Valentine's Day. Not having a good time.
That was
What
not
happened?
fun.
Dude, it was this old guy and this old lady on the front row, and
It
the
was
old
bad.
guy would not stop heckling. He was like
But, like,
thumbs downing
saying,
all
like,
the comics.
What?
really, really evil thing.
He was saying some evil stuff, but he was also just being annoying.
He called
you
one
know?
of the comics a Satanist.
Yeah.
Ooh, Dallas.
Ava.
Yeah.
No, Ava. The
Yeah.
trans comic from
Ooh.
Austin.
Isn't she?
She's trans, yeah.
No,
She's
a
a
Satanist.
Satanist.
Oh, is she an actual Satanist?
Yeah.
But maybe
know.
it's like ironic.
No,
weird,
the guy was
whatever.
saying that
Sadist.
she.
Sadist.
Oh, she's a sadist. Yeah, that's different.
Wrong word.
Well, kind of similar though, honestly. Both of the devil, I think, right? But yeah, so he
Giggle.
wasn't. It wasn't even that he was saying anything problematic necessarily. He was just
No, he
annoying,
was.
talking through the entire show, through every comic set. It was awful. And he and his wife were both there on the front row. His wife actually got up and left.
You know what? He knew he wasn't gonna get laid that night, so he didn't care.
He was-
taking
yeah,
out
he
his
was over it.
frustration.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I just why
His life
like
sucked.
if you're old and you don't have a sense of humor, why come to a comedy show? Like why do it?
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
know?
I got heckled. Remember that show I did right after the last live we did? I did it on the VR set.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I got heckled.
You got heckled in virtual reality, Josh?
Yes,
That's
yeah.
a new low, honestly.
Yeah,
Well,
really.
you should have known that was gonna happen. They're not.
No, I've done it before. It's never happened.
They're not in front of you. They're in virtual world. I would yell some shit.
He sounded like a young black kid, and I was just like, "Dang, man,
You can't say anything.
You really?" No, I told him I was weird. I was like, "Come here, come here."
Say it to my
No,
face.
come to the front of the stage. I wanted to talk to him because it was. I was bombing. I
That's
get it.
weird.
Run to this-
That's
That
hilarious.
is weird.
Oh,
Did you get paid for that show?
Yeah. Oh no, I gotta hit him up.
great reminder, Daniel. Hey, before we get too far into this, I did want to let the chat know, since we're going to be talking about dating, relationships, telling some of our worst dating stories, which I know Taylor has just a bushel
I
full of
choose really healthy
terrible
men.
stories. Yeah.
Really good.
A round of
My
applause
mom's
for
really
Taylor's
proud.
toxic dating history.
I met your current boyfriend.
So in the chat, drop some of your worst dating stories, and producer Josh will be keeping
What's his
track of
name?
that. Producer Josh, producer.
Yeah.
He's our producer.
Yeah.
Producer.
Hello.
So yeah. Hello.
Okay,
Hello.
everyone try a new accent for the rest of the show.
Josh is going to be Swedish. It's going to be fun. So yeah, I want to get right into it though, because I know that Taylor's got some great stories. I know Daniel, you've got some amazing stories. Yeah. So Taylor, why don't you take us through the saga? Because you had two guys that both just completely played you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this journey.
Wait,
I love
my therapist
this journey.
is like loving it because I just pay her bills.
You're going to have to go back and retell the whole thing.
Where do we start? No, I dated this guy for 3 years. Met this guy at a bar, mutual friend's bar. I actually was crashing my friend's date because the guy walked out on her. And so it was like supposed to be a girls' night, meet this guy. Super romantic, go home with him, things are great.
Wait, so you ruined girls' night because a hottie walked into the bar?
Oh yeah, he was looking at me, I was
man.
looking at him, and I was like, listen, sister, you get it. And she was
It's
like,
supposed to be
I get it.
chicks before D's, right?
I'll say
That's what it's
it right
supposed to be. Okay. All right. So,
Yeah, so
Dongs. You can say that. You can.
chongs before dongs? Can we say? I don't know what that means. I don't know.
That's just
I don't know.
racist.
Bongs
Yeah.
before
I hate
whatever.
You can't say that.
actually, I'm done telling the story. No, so instantly like hit it off, and we were like inseparable ever since then. And then I find out like a week later that he's actually still married.
A week later, so you were inseparable for a week.
Well, no, we dated for 3 years. So the first week into it, I find out that he's married, but he's separated. They live in 2 different homes, whatever. Like a month later, she comes to the apartment while I'm there. She's
The
been
wife?
stalking him. Yeah, so she shows up to the apartment, and I'm like, I'm essing bricks. Like,
Yeah.
I am not. I'm like freaking out. And then she leaves, whatever, all that. And he's gaslighting me the whole time. He's like, Taylor, no, it's fine. Like, it's going to be okay. Like, she's just like, we're just friends.
We're just friends now. It's
nuts.
cool.
What
But
happened
Yeah.
when she got there?
Well, he told her to leave. Apparently, he went outside. I don't know. It was crazy. So then 2 months after that, I get a phone call. He's bawling his eyes out. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, I guess that he's on West 6 with one of his buddies. And he's like, I'm finally getting the divorce. And I was like, okay, why are you telling me this? Like, I'm not going to feel bad for you. Like, I feel
wait, are
happy
y'all still
inside.
together at this point?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are still together.
We're still together. And he finally was like, we're pursuing the divorce. So that's 3 months into our relationship.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
guys. We support women on this.
And then it's
You're making
just,
it really hard.
Oh, I know.
You're making it hard to
I
support
know.
these women out here.
I know.
Home
And
record.
yeah, so every few months, it was like, she knew about me too. Like, it was all like she was dating somebody. Like, they just refused to get divorced. It was so bizarre.
Were you and her cool?
I mean, she knew of me, but there was no like drama or beef.
Did y'all follow each other on Instagram or anything?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, not that.
This person's also significantly older than me. Like their Instagram's probably boring as hell. They also had kids. I don't know. Don't ever date someone.
Wait,
whose
how old
kids,
was the guy?
When I met him,
Yeah.
44.
44, and how old were you?
23.
Get a round of applause for that man. 44 years old, snagged a 23-year-old. We love to see it.
Is
my
that
God.
hard?
Oh yeah, that's my next president. Right
Is that
there.
hard?
For a 4-year-old to snag a 20-something-year-old?
I mean,
Wasn't for him apparently.
sure wasn't. Sure wasn't.
Hate it here.
Literally just had to walk into a bar. And that
Yeah.
23-year-old was just like, yes.
Yeah.
You can walk
Yes.
a bar and snag a 20-year-old, can't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's done
I've
it.
seen it happen.
There you
I
go.
Done
mean,
it.
I'm not 44, Josh.
You're
Yeah.
39.
there we
Okay,
go.
okay, Daniel.
44.
Hey, that's enough, guys. The point is, I'm not 44.
So that means
No.
that you snagging a 19-year-old.
So
That was on
Whoops.
accident. That was on accident, Josh.
told you.
Why would you bring that up?
I'm uncomfortable.
I didn't say you did. I said that would be like.
Oh, you did that. So
You
you just
doing-
admitted to
It
that.
was an accident. It was an
That's a
accident.
great. Hey, what's that dating story? Dude?
We
What is
talked
it?
about it on the
I'm
last
crying.
episode.
I'm
It's
crying.
fine, guys. It's not what it sounds like. It was an accident. Anyways, back to Taylor's story.
Oh, yeah.
I like that much better.
It was all legal, folks. Just letting you
Yeah,
know.
so he had 2 kids, and he would go over to the house, like the family house, every night. So like he'd pick up the kids from school, and then he would go to the house and have dinner with the family, sit around and like hang out with the family, and then he would leave and like come back to me. This was me. This was my life for 3 years.
So he was basically splitting his time between his old family, which included his still wife, because they
Yes.
haven't gotten divorced yet.
Yes.
And then he would come back to you at night.
Yeah.
So they got him during the day,
Uh huh.
and you got sleepy times.
And then I got weekend him.
Oh, good. Okay, well, at least you got weekends too.
Yeah, the fun times. I
Yeah,
guess.
that's good. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so that was 3 years. Of
3
just, like,
years.
Yeah, really fun, super fun.
And
I
did he
probably
ever-
brought out the worst in me. I
Did-
was a demon.
Did he ever get divorced?
Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. I dumped him over the phone, and then we didn't talk for like 2 months. And I got a call out of the blue. We were like catching up, and then he told me he tattooed my birth year on his arm.
What?
And I was like, I was like, why did you do that?
Wait, he tattooed your birth year after the breakup?
Yes.
Dude, I get it though, because it's like he was 44 pulling a 23-year-old. You
I mean,
gotta
he's
pin
like
that on
49
there.
now.
That's
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. That's Hall of
Yeah.
Fame numbers.
That's more so a badge of honor. You're right about that,
Hold on,
Daniel.
but if you don't know that he got divorced, how do you know you're the only 23-year-old he's with?
Oh,
That's a
I'm
good
sure
point.
he's boning a lot of 20-something-year-olds now.
No, that's
I don't
something
know.
you tell yourself. But
I'm saying at the time that you're dating.
Oh
him.
no, I don't think that was happening. Because he never really lied to me about anything. He was very
Except
honest. I
his
was
marriage and
no, he was honest about it. He never lied about it. That was the thing. I was the idiot that kept like being like, oh, he'll
you were
get
20
You just
divorced.
let him string you along,
Oh, he'll
basically.
get divorced. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Well, I
about
mean, that one, obviously, it's embarrassing for you.
yeah.
Right.
So this is what's great about this. So I break up with him in April over the phone. And I'm like, I moved to San Antonio. I'm never talking to you again.
Over the phone is rough, honestly. Like a breakup over the
It was
phone.
so easy though.
I mean-
and I was in a different city. I was like, I never have to see him again. Like this rocks. And now he hangs out with all my best friends.
You know,
We don't
that
talk about
actually
that.
might be a life hack, Daniel. Like next time I break up, over the phone.
Do it.
Yeah.
Don't even have to see him in person. Don't have to make
Yeah,
eye
it's
contact
so
or anything.
easy.
Yeah,
Out
that's
of sight, out
okay.
of mind.
All
you
right.
could just
Yeah.
be a mature adult and
Who has time for that?
Yeah, literally, Daniel. Why are you bringing?
What's
why
going
are
on?
you making us all sad right now?
I would
Yeah.
prefer a nice email. Keep it
Oh,
legit.
an email.
I'll take an email.
Yeah.
Well, I
You're
got
sure-
an email after
You gotta
the
say
breakup,
text message, though,
'cause
Josh.
I
We
got a
don't-
text, I got an email, I got voicemail. It was a whole thing.
Cool.
But cut to a few
Seems
weeks
like a
later,
real
I'm
winner.
ready. I'm ready. I'm back on the market.
You're
I'm
feral
like,
now.
Let's freaking party. I want to find a young buck. I'm
David?
like, ooh, young boy
Ooh.
alert.
David says he's 59, and if you're looking for old men,
Nope.
No,
All right,
I'm
there you
okay.
go.
Thank you so
David
much.
Harris.
I'm good.
I really appreciate
You know what?
it.
She did her tour. She served her
yeah,
time.
I served my time.
Do you
Yeah.
want me to read some
I'm
of
a
these?
veteran.
Oh yeah, let's hear about some of them.
Okay,
Before Taylor gets
so-
into the next one.
Okay. 30 years and then divorced. Mic drop.
Dang.
30.
30. Yeah, I mean, honestly, why don't you just
die after that.
yeah, that's
point.
it,
Yeah.
man. Like, just keep going.
Yeah.
You might as well.
Dr. Tim said, I third wheeled, chaperoned my buddy's
You
prom.
would, Dr. Tim.
Come on, Dr. Tim. Don't be simping like that.
Gotta
You're
be
better than that, bro.
You're a Blink fan. Gotta be better.
Yeah. Don't let him play
Audrey
you like
said, I get it, Taylor, a lot. It happened to me twice.
Oh.
And both
I just want
lied
you to know
about being
that says
divorced.
LOL, not a lot. Illiterate.
I get it, Taylor.
So wait, so Audrey,
yeah.
you just went back
Audrey
and
dated 2 divorced men as well?
I need better glasses. the prescription's 2 weeks
These aren't
now.
thick enough. I need thicker glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it says, went out with a girl for like 2 weeks, and then she would show up when I was hanging out with my friends at a bar. This is Brandon. Later, she would just show up in front of my apartment.
Nice. That's
Woof.
how you know you're doing it right. If she's just
Dude,
showing up
that's
at your
how you-
apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how you
watched-
know you got good D, man.
That's it, Daniel. That's exactly right.
Girls will go crazy for
Honestly,
the D.
that's a thumbs up for me.
I watched my old roommate date the entire bar staff at our hang so we could no longer go there anymore.
Wait, who said that?
Brandon. It says not go there. Yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
not-
actually, is that Brandon Rice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my former roommate, so he's talking about me.
Oh,
Yeah, he's literally talking about me.
That's actually so funny.
Shit.
You know what? I just found out recently I know exactly what bar he's talking about, and he is right.
Yeah.
I dated all
Name
the
drop.
bartenders,
Name
and
drop.
we got banned for life, both of us.
Daniel and I want to go tonight.
Yeah.
come through.
But they used to be called the Highlander. Great bar, super fun place. Yeah.
We used to do stand
I know
up there.
that bar.
Super fun
Yeah.
place, right? They changed the name of that bar to the Beagle.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's off Fredericksburg, right?
Stupid. You name it after the
You
worst
think they
dog
have
of all
new
time.
bartenders?
Well, I mean, we can go find
run
out.
it back. Let's run it back.
Hey, I'll run it through again. Let's go.
Run it back, run it through.
Remix.
Yeah, so I dumped this guy.
Okay, so you dumped
dumped
the
him.
old guy.
Yeah.
Oh, but over the phone.
Over the phone, I'm like, I'm ready. I download Hinge. I'm like, let's do this. Because
Shout
I
out
was
Hinge.
loyal. I
Sponsor
was
the
a
pod.
loyal queen. I was like, I'm not going to do this. The second I broke up with him, I downloaded the app.
You never cheated on him? Wow.
No.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Knowing you. Okay.
I agree.
I
Yeah.
think this game hurts my feelings. No, so I download Hinge and then I like swiping through and I see this guy and I'm like, holy moly, this dude has 12 abs.
Nice.
I'm in love immediately. And I'm like, I'm hanging out with this dude. It's happening. So we have our first date. Best date of my life, if I'm being very honest.
What'd y'all do?
We go to elsewhere. We walk the Riverwalk. We walk downtown. You know, I'm a big walker.
Yeah, big walker, this
Big
one.
walker. So
Loves
we go
to walk.
downtown. We come back up to the Pearl. I take him to like my favorite bars downtown though. Shout out Dirty Nelly's.
Dirty Nellies, let's
Best
go.
bar in San Antonio. And yeah, so like we did that. We built a fort. We watched like a movie.
Built a fort?
Yeah, like,
so you went
we
from an
stayed up all
adult to a
night.
child.
No, it was so fun though. Like it was fun.
Daniel,
Why are
would you ever
judging?
build a pillow fort to watch a movie?
Yeah, then you make your move in there.
Yeah,
and-
literally, that's what happens.
Dude,
It's called romance.
to
Ever
me,
heard of
no,
it?
no,
Hey,
no.
bro, you ever get fingered in a pillow fort? It's dope.
Have
Can you
ever
say
gotten
that?
Yeah,
fingered in a pillow?
unfortunately, I have. I was very young at the time.
But I can't say shit. He can
My
say
uncle
fingered
loved
in a
building pillow
fort.
forts. You know what I'm saying? What?
I can't say shit.
Can
but
you
he
not
can say-
repeat it? Can you not continue repeating it, Taylor? Well, I'm gonna unalive everyone in this room.
Oh, you can say that, but you
I can
can't?
say unalive. Yeah, absolutely. That's fine. Okay, so anyway,
I'm
he
fine.
built
Oh.
he he built the fort. I hate this.
Oh my god. No, so yeah, we watched movie. It's like the best date ever.
What movie did
Things
you watch?
happen.
This is important.
Eurovision, because I'd never seen it.
Oh, okay. Honestly, smart choice. That's a good choice.
It was fun.
It's funny enough that you know the person has good taste,
Yeah.
but boring enough that you can get that finger in. You know what I'm saying?
I
During
mean,
the slow parts.
I don't know, dude.
You could just go ahead and mute his mic.
I
That'd
like
be
a
great.
good. I like a good challenge. All right, like I like
A good
cooking
what?
up- I
I
like
thought
a
he
good.
said chow. Like
That's what I thought he said.
On some puss.
I like a good challenge. Like,
Chowing down on some puss in the pillow.
Can you not? Taylor,
say
can you
that.
not? I don't know, but let's not toe the line.
It's over now.
Yeah,
dude.
that- now it's literally over.
I can't say
No, I
chow
like,
and puss. What is happening?
I like a good challenge.
No,
Like,
I-
I like to
I said
finger
fingerer.
girl.
That's what I
I
said.
quit. I quit. I fully quit. Like, why?
Never
Why
mind.
can we not be? No,
Wait,
Daniel,
wait,
I want
we
to
gotta
hear
get to this
your
part.
story. No, you're done.
No, we have
you're
to
done.
get to this part.
Okay, we will. I want to hear Daniel's challenge. Daniel likes a good challenge.
And a good chow.
Both of them.
Yeah, like I like to make a move on a girl when I'm like watching like 7 pounds Or
Oh,
like when I'm,
wow. Like a
What's
super
that?
sad
yeah,
movie?
yeah, like
Oh,
when I'm watching like Air Bud or something.
She's
like,
crying on your.
yeah,
Can I
just
say
like,
penis?
hey, can I like,
say?
can I make a move when she's like down and out? That's how you know the real.
So you
Riz.
take advantage of her emotionally
No, nothing like
when
that.
she's really vulnerable and at her
Ooh,
lowest.
that's good. That's good, man.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, I think we're both vulnerable.
How vulnerable are you in that moment?
He's physically handicapped. She's like emotionally handicapped.
So they're on the level playing field.
Damn, that's good, bro.
The first time it wasn't me, Josh. Shout out.
That's literally happened. I've
Yeah?
like hooked up with girls that were like, oh yeah, I knew you weren't a threat to me, so like it was just easy to talk to you. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, like I guess
That's how you do it.
I'll just get insulted my way into like some puss. Like that's
For sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
Insult my
sure.
way into some puss. He can say that, but I can't say
Taylor,
shit.
you
Well,
already
at this
said
point,
it.
yeah, I
maybe
said it
if we could
because-
just scale back on it a little bit. Maybe if we could say P and D. You know, like crying on his D.
S my D. I'm finishing
There
my
it
story.
is. There we go. Okay, but what I did want to say there, Daniel, is I think it was the great Will Ferrell that said grief is an aphrodisiac.
Yeah.
He's right about that.
yeah.
I think it's a smart move.
No, I did have a. This is a terrible.
See if you can get a finger in watching
I
Old
did
Yeller.
have-
You
I
know?
did
That's why.
have somebody-
That's why it's so
I just
easy
spit
after
all over this mic.
after a breakup. That's why it's so easy.
I had
gotta
somebody.
Yeah.
Dab that off.
I had somebody like, which shout out to this like great citizen. She hooked up with me after my mom passed away, and she
Nice.
was like, and I hooked up with you because like that's what you needed at that moment. And I was like, thank you. Like,
That's a good friend.
salute. Yeah, like they.
That's a good person,
Yeah,
actually.
really good person,
More
yeah.
than a good friend, it's a good
yeah, it's
person.
a brilliant person. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to heaven.
somebody out
For sure
home-
they're going to heaven.
Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
your mom.
So
you know?
now,
Yeah. Well, my mom's in hell, but it's. I'm kidding.
so now when you think of your mom, you can think of her too.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
every time you
love
bust a
love.
nut, you're just like, Mom.
Everything makes me think of her.
Oh man.
Okay, so back to Taylor.
Yeah, so we have this amazing night.
Yeah.
We end up hooking up, and the next day he like wakes up and he's like, "We got to go get Plan B. We got to go get it. We got to go get it right now. We got to get it." And I'm like, "Why is he so like hung up on?" Like I was like, "I get it. Why you need that? That's not the problem. It was that he was like freaking out about it." So we go get it. He watches me take it. And I
Okay.
just feel like, okay, yeah, you haven't known me for a full day, but like at the same time, like let's take a chill pill, dude.
But that's a real fear.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, I mean,
That's
I would
a
do the
serious-
same
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
I think
and
it's-
I find
you know
out
what it
later
was?
why he
I
did
know what
this.
it was. It's because when you woke up, you were rubbing your stomach. You're like, why?
Something's cooking.
I feel a kick. Is that
No, so we like have this date, and then like he goes kind of ghost on me for like a week, and I'm like, where's this man?
Wait,
Like, he was
after
in the
this
military.
amazing pillow fort date?
Yeah, and he was in the military, and so I was like, whatever,
Okay.
like maybe he's busy.
I'm not going to say anything about the military right now. Go ahead. Continue.
So I was like, maybe he's busy, whatever. And I wasn't gonna be like, what are you doing? Blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, oh, be cool, man. So then I text him at the end of the week and I'm like, hey, like I had a really good time last weekend. Like let's get together soon if like you're down. He's like, oh yeah. So then we hang out again, whatever. And then he ghosts me again. And this is like a good on and off like ghosting for like a good month. And then he finally comes to me and he's like, hey, like I need to graduate like from military, whatever the effing military school. I don't know.
Good job. Thank you.
I need to graduate from something.
Right.
And I'm like, someone's got to do it. So he was like, I'm going to be busy till then. So we kind of like agreed. We had like this, we didn't really, it's like an unspoken agreement.
Sure.
Where we were like, we'll do whatever we want. And then on that day, we'll reach out and see like if this
What's
is gonna
going
work.
on? Okay. Okay. That's you know what? That's a fair arrangement.
Yeah.
Very mature.
Yeah.
Proud of you for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Healthy.
So
What?
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 Yeah. No,
This
that's.
guy's-
I was feeling it out.
Yeah,
I
no,
was
no, no.
figuring things out.
That's good. I feel like if they had the conversation, they both agreed, like, hey,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is a time
Things
that we
are
would be
happening.
separated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she can go and be feral for a little while, and he can do whatever he needs to do, you know?
Will you stop using the word feral?
Feral is a legitimate phrase for what we're talking about here.
It feels very
In his
animal.
defense, I did go feral.
See, Daniel? I told you. I know this story.
I don't feel bad about anything I say from now on.
Yeah. So the day is September 13th, and I will never forget this day. And that
September
day,
11th, never forget. Yes.
yeah, exactly. This is just
Which is the bigger tragedy,
yeah,
honestly.
we're about to find out. So September 13th, we go on a date. And then he's like, I just graduated. I'm going to go visit my family. I've got to drive up to Nebraska for something. And I'm like, in my
Nebraska?
head, yeah, in my head, I'm like, your family's from California. So I'm like, why are you going to Nebraska? But I wasn't even going to question it. I was like, you know what? At this point, we haven't lied to each other. Like, we've been honest. We've been doing whatever.
Transparent.
I have no reason. Yeah, I have no reason
Great
to question it.
communication, yeah.
So then he gets back from his family stuff. He comes to San Antonio. He stays with me. We have like a great weekend. I end up taking him to hang out with my friends, and we all get a little too drunk. And I remember saying, I will never date another man with a kid again.
Oh, because of the first
because
guy.
of my first relationship right before
I see
this.
exactly where this is going. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll never date a guy with kids again. And he looks at me like... And I was like,
Oh, no.
I was like, what is going on? I was like, I'll just ignore that. And so then like we all part like ways, and then we, like myself and this man, decided to go ahead and have like our own night. So we go to this bar, and on the way, he's like, Taylor, I really got to tell you something. And I was like, is now the time? Because I'm really drunk, and I can't control my response to
It's
whatever
actually
you're
the
about to
perfect
tell
time
me.
to deliver bad
no,
news. Yeah,
awesome.
for sure. Yeah.
And he goes, you might want to sit down. So I literally sit down in the freaking park on the way to like La Roca. Like, I don't understand what's happening. It's like midnight. And he goes, I have a daughter. And I go,
Oh.
okay. And he goes, she's a newborn. And I go, and I immediately start doing the math in my head. I'm like, huh, she's a newborn. I've known you since May. It's October. What's going on? Yeah, she was born the day that he graduated military, like whatever.
The September 13th date?
September 13th. She was born that day.
Oh, dude.
Wow.
He went to Nebraska to get a paternity test. And that's why he went to Nebraska. He never told me that. Yeah.
Mari?
No, but I get
So this
that, I
girl
get
was
that.
pregnant, or basically the entire time I'm getting to know this guy.
In his
Wow.
in his defense,
Daniel,
hang on. No, in his,
no.
I'm not defending what he did. But if he was getting a paternity test, he might not have been like, I'm going to wait till I find out for sure.
Yeah.
But maybe
until I
don't go
say
out with me the day your daughter's born.
Okay, I mean, yeah,
Little
maybe
weird.
not.
Yeah, that's a little
But
sus.
In his defense again, maybe he didn't know it was his daughter. Maybe
I don't know. He knew. I think he knew. And his response, like the way he reacted, he knew. He was like trying to say that it was this
Well,
other guy.
the real question is, like, did he know that she was pregnant
Also-
the
Oh, yeah,
entire time he was with? Oh, he knew the whole time.
He knew she was pregnant the entire time.
Okay, so having been in this exact situation pretty much,
Josh has done
You've
this,
been
been there,
pregnant
done
before?
this.
I had a girl who was supposedly pregnant while dating two other girls
Yes.
simultaneously. So 3 girls that were in this loop, and I knew I hated my possibly future baby mother.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was looking for somebody to help me raise my child.
You know what, Josh? Great point. This guy was just trying to find a stepmommy.
And so, yeah,
Nothing
that's
wrong with
exactly
that.
what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, that's an
Whatever.
honor. Honestly, that's a
Leave me
compliment
out
to
of
you.
it. Leave
Yeah.
me out of it.
Compliment to
But
you, I
also-
think.
Leave me out of it. I don't want a part of this. There's a fuss.
Also, pick better guys. Maybe.
Well,
I mean, that a little bit, yeah.
I'm not a bad
This
guy.
is where it gets interesting, right? This is where it gets interesting because I told him we're gonna figure this out. I'm like,
Boy, that's on you.
Damn, that's some good.
so
That's
I
some
was
good
like, we're
D
gonna
right
figure
there.
this out. I was like, I really like you. You really like me. Like at this point, up to this point, we had no issues. I was very understanding about that perspective, where I was like, maybe he just he wasn't gonna tell me about this kid if he didn't think it was his. So I was like gaslighting
Which is
myself.
fair.
Wow.
Well, no, I mean that is
No,
that is
that's,
fair.
that's what she told me.
No, I was like,
That's what she told me. After one of them, I told her that I'm having a kid and I can't talk to you no more. And the other one was like, I'm having a kid, but I want to be with you. And she was like, okay. So
yeah. Well, I was very
That
understanding.
was stroke game. That was,
So then.
that was stroke
There
game.
you go,
So
Daniel.
then
Yeah.
he leaves town or whatever, and then he calls me and he's like, yeah, I think I just need some time to figure this out. And I'm like,
And this is after you asked
After I've
or
agreed
offered
to
to
make it
basically
work.
raise his child with him.
yes.
Wow. He
so then you,
he really
This
didn't want
is
you.
where it gets
Oh,
super fun is I immediately call Davey
she did.
crying and I go, what are you doing? It's a Monday, like 3 p.m. And I'm like, what are you doing right now? And he's like, working. And I was like, okay, well, and I tell him the whole thing and he goes, do you want to go to the strip club?
That was
love
my
that.
immediate
Yeah.
response.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know where we need to go? Spicy Dancer Club. That's where we need to go right
doing,
now.
bro.
Oh yeah, I can't
Yeah.
say strip club.
Yeah, well, you said it again. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you for continuing to repeat the thing
Damn,
you know you're not supposed to
You've
say.
never invited me
Dang.
to a spicy club when I've gone through hardships.
I didn't know that you were going through hardships, Daniel.
So that means there was another girl, not the girl he got pregnant, had the baby with. There was
No,
another girl.
because then he comes back.
Ooh.
Then he comes back.
Because that girl
Why
broke
are
up
you
with
A
him.
month
why-
later.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
It happened to me.
No, listen to this.
Josh is this guy. No.
Listen to this.
He's right.
So I accept that we broke up, right? So I'm like, I'm going to the spicy club.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm having a night. I'm with Davey. I'm with my best friend Maddie. I'm like, we ended up meeting up with Justin. Like,
Shout out
this
Maddie.
ends up
She's in the
being
chat, actually.
Such a fun night.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hi Mads.
Maddie's that blonde girl that I met the other night.
Put some
Yeah.
respect on her name.
I know,
That
she's
blonde
cool.
girl.
Yeah, she's a cool girl.
She's a beautiful
Very
little
cool.
angel baby.
She's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so we end up having a great night. And I'm
We
like,
did.
this is over. And I'm like accepting like this is over.
You were
whatever.
done.
Yeah, I was done. And then it's a month later on Thanksgiving, which this is the first Thanksgiving like without my dad because my dad
Mm-hmm.
passed away. First Thanksgiving without him. We're with our family. Like this is his favorite holiday. So like it was like a very emotional time. I go check my phone and he had texted me on Thanksgiving.
Baby daddy's back. What up, y'all?
And he's like, sorry, I really needed some space. I miss you. I had COVID for 2
How
weeks.
long
and
is
that's
the
why-
story, first
Right.
of all?
Well, no, Josh is absolutely right. He was with another girl. It didn't
Yeah.
work out with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Came back to you.
Came back
Yeah.
to
He
you.
came back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like,
They
okay.
always
So
come back.
He comes back into town. We like have this conversation. He doesn't like. He like told me I want to make this work, and I'm like, I'm a dumb idiot, but here we go. And I remember you telling me that you and Justin were like, we'll F
I'm-
this dude up if
Yeah.
he messes this up again.
Yeah.
I'm losing respect for you with every sentence.
with every plot twist, you're just like, oh,
It's like, come on,
okay.
I'm rooting for you. That's the thing.
That's
And
the thing.
You keep disappointing
I know.
me.
Daniel,
My
that's
therapist said
exactly
the
what
same
I
thing.
experienced because she was confiding in me throughout all of this. And at first I was like, you know what, give him the benefit of the doubt. He sounds like he's probably a good dude.
I
Yeah.
thought
You
that
know?
he's a piece of shit, but it's like, babe,
He said
do
shit.
better, babe. Do better. Do better. I'm sorry, Dave. But like,
No,
do better.
you're
babe.
fine.
Like, yeah.
You did it accidentally. She intentionally repeated it. I'm so sick of this life.
Constantly
I'm
pushing
just-
the envelope.
No, that's not even pushing the envelope. That's just being.
Oh my God, are we fighting? The girls are fighting.
My story doesn't even compare to any of this.
Yeah, well,
nonsense.
then he comes in for the weekend. I take him to a show. I take him to the Tiger. He meets everybody.
Yeah. He met the whole group, Daniel.
Yeah.
He was front row at the
What?
show.
Yeah, and freaking
What-
Davey
what
posts
is-
a picture of me holding hands with him in the front
literally.
row, and I was like, I'm.
Well, why are you
going
holding
to
hands with
hurt
him?
you.
Like again, like it's with you as well.
Yeah.
You brought him to like.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, oh, it's gonna work. He's got to be my friend. At some point, like we
Yeah.
gotta do something.
Why not right away?
You're
No
like,
time like the present, baby.
Yeah.
You're like Bambi's mother who like is so oblivious to everything and just gets
And I
killed,
die at the
gets
end.
killed by a hunter. Like
Yeah.
you're insane.
Yeah,
That's
and then he
crazy.
he gets really drunk that night, tries to drive back to base at 3 a.m, and I'm like, bro, what is going on? Like, this is the most confusing love story I've ever heard in my life.
But then he ghosted you again after that, right?
Oh, he left town the next day, goes to brunch with me, acts like everything's normal around my friends, leaves town, blocks me,
Nice.
and it just like never talks to me again.
I mean, honestly, he got what he needed.
There's some missing ingredients to this story.
Right. No, I would like to know what they are.
Okay.
I think it's maybe that Taylor's a little bit insane.
Okay.
I feel I feel like
Yeah,
that might be.
I feel like maybe there were some moments that you blacked out and maybe some fit of rage that we're not getting
People
to.
understand. The girls get it in the chat. They're like, listen, this
Lon
is what
said
we
the
get
exact
for
same thing that happened to her.
Yeah, it's like this is what we get for being nice and like forgiving.
not
If
nice,
we're
because
if
if
we're
the-
opposite, then we're called crazy.
If the
so
guy,
it's like
hold on.
there's no
oh
winning.
my god.
If the guy is not good looking, throwing
Oh,
it
he's
down
so
with
hot.
money, then no. If it's an average dude with average dick,
Exactly.
what? You're having get the fuck out of here.
That's right. That's exactly what it. Josh, watch the F bombs first of all. But yes, he's
That was
exactly
French.
right.
I said
Please
French.
don't repeat it, Taylor. For God's sake, don't repeat it. Josh said, "Meh." Ugh.
Do I sound like that?
Yes, that's literally what you. Actually, it's a little higher pitched, but yeah.
Should I?
No, don't. Just don't. Just don't. All right.
If all the 16 people in here can give a like, we would appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And
if you
also
could-
drop an F bomb.
Go ahead and like. Go ahead and give the video a like,
a
y'all.
bunch of
Love you so
F-bombs.
much. All right, Daniel.
Also, Maddie said you're killing it.
I know that you have
I like
some.
Matt. Maddie's cool.
Yeah.
Maddie is She's a great person. We love Maddie.
Sweet baby.
She wears
So-
a bucket hat.
You heard about Taylor. Obviously, Taylor's toxic. We know this.
Yeah, no, dude.
Like that's what I gathered from both of these
I just
stories.
feel like I'm so forgiving and sweetie.
That's what you tell yourself. That's true. That is true.
Ooh, there it is. There's the crazy. I just saw it.
There it is. You saw a flash. before
You know
your
what it was? The difference was you were smiling when you did it, but I can see it with no smile and the eyes get big.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
I will find you.
But that's also, you know what? That crazy's why they leave, but it's why they come back too.
Yeah,
They
that's
always come
the
back,
whole thing.
dude. They always come back. My mom's always told me that.
head. Somebody's got to look
just
out for
smoking a
these.
cigarette. They always come back.
Somebody's got to look out for these kings out here. dude.
That's it. You know what? We're gonna start a support group for all of
Yeah,
Taylor's
yeah.
exes.
I don't like it here.
It's called TAA. Oh!
Heyo.
The way that you just celebrated your own joke.
Give me an applause break for that, John.
No.
Give me a clap on the board. Let's go.
Oh, wrong one.
Ah, dude. I felt like that was so good. I felt like we were really getting somewhere. All right. Okay, Daniel.
Was that shoe squeaky?
I know you've got some stories,
Crickets.
man. I know your dating experience has been wild. Now, I want to, before we start this, Taylor, did you know
Let's
that?
take a poll real quick. Who's more toxic, me or Daniel?
Well, there we go.
Let us know, chat.
Well, you got to let us know after Daniel's story.
They've
Yeah,
heard
but-
enough of his
But
dating
before
stories.
Daniel starts, I want to point out to Taylor how quiet we all were while she was telling her story. Huh?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Daniel's worse because Daniel's told me some stuff, and I'm like, "You're an evil person."
Well, I mean, he does have the whole thing where he
You're
doesn't
evil.
tell
Are
girls
we
that he's
just gonna
disabled
forget
on
that I
Tinder.
was just attacked on the
Well, all right.
we're just gonna move right past that.
I mean, that I will say this. That is my character flaw. I don't tell them I'm disabled on Tinder. But I do put Paralympic. I do.
Is that considered catfishing?
Hang on. Ms. Bailey, I do put Paralympics on there. If you do a little bit of research, dig a little deeper, ladies.
Yeah.
You could
Maybe get a little
And
more
if you don't want
educated.
it, if you don't want it, no shame. I understand.
Well, here's the thing. If they don't understand what Paralympics means in your bio, maybe in their bio, they should put that they're in the Special Olympics.
I knew what you were
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, those intellectual disabilities, right?
I was replacing them horrible.
Anyway, yeah, let me get to my freaking date story.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
Yeah, it was my favorite one. I was at a party with this girl, and we were. She was doing something in the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not using the bathroom in the
Yeah, she
traditional
wasn't
sense.
using the bathroom, but she was doing something in the bathroom.
Was it doo doo?
No, I think it involved her nose, probably.
Yeah,
probably
she
her
was
nose. Yeah.
sneezing.
Yeah,
She was sneezing.
She was blowing her nose in the
She
bathroom.
was sneezing in. Yeah.
And so like we were hanging out, and I tried to make a move, and then she wasn't about it, and I laughed at her, which threw her off. But I had a couple drinks in my defense, and so we went outside for a cigarette, and it was like in the middle of winter. It was like 32 degrees. This girl had just like rejected me 2 minutes ago.
Right.
So I didn't think anything of it. We went outside for a cigarette, and I like went to go use the bathroom like behind this tree, and then she came over to me and was like, "Yo, let me see what you're working with." And I was like,
Hold on, time out. Did maybe one of your friends or one of her friends you may have hooked up with told her something?
No, it wasn't anything like
Well,
that.
honestly-
I think honestly, what it was is she was caught off guard by my I made a move on her, and then she had time to process it, and she was like, "I'm about it." I was like, obviously.
I already don't like this because you said it was cold outside, and she wants to see it at its coldest. That's not cool.
I told her I was
The
like,
disrespect.
first of all, it's not ready yet. It's still
Right, I gotta fluff
it's
it a
still
little
kind
bit.
of- yeah, it's still grow. It's still in this.
I'm getting older and it's gonna still grow.
yeah.
It's having a growth spurt right now. Like it's not ready.
My
Can you
dad said
define,
that.
and then
can you
like,
define fluffing it?
and then
we all know.
second of all, it's like there's still like Kool-Aid. I just went to the restaurant. There's still Kool-Aid on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
it's
yeah.
like, it's not ready to go.
Well, maybe the stuff
Wait,
that
there's
she was
what on it?
doing in there.
Use some context too.
Maybe,
I'm so lost.
Maybe the stuff that she was doing in there kicked in, and now she's like, "Yo, I won't want."
Oh, that's a
Maybe,
good
yeah,
point.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's more than likely what it was.
You don't know what she was sneezing in at that point. I mean, it could have been
The
any number
reverse
of things.
sneeze.
Yeah.
No,
Could have been her friend Molly. You know what I'm saying?
Then 2 weeks later, it was the same person. I went over to go see her roommate because we were she was gonna help me study for an exam I had.
Sure.
And her roommate wasn't there. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take off. And she goes, well, I made dinner for me and my roommate, and my roommate's gonna be out late tonight. Like, just stay for dinner. Like, I already made it. Who cares?
What did she cook? Do you remember?
Yeah, she cooked like chicken parmesan. It was pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's a keeper.
She was a good. She was a good cook.
They have that at Magic Time Machine.
There you go.
And then I was like kind of feeling ill. Like, this was kind of my first meal of the day. It was like around like 4, maybe like 5 in the evening. And I was like, can I have some Tylenol? I kind of have a headache. She was like, yeah, sure. So she gives me like 2 Tylenol. And then I take them. And about 20 minutes later, she goes, oh, by the way, that's not Tylenol. I mixed the bottles. She goes, that's Tramadol.
That's my favorite.
Which is like a powerful muscle relaxer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then she goes, I was like, what do you mean you mixed the bottle? She goes, well, I used to have a roommate that like took my medicine. So like I would put my prescription in like a Tylenol.
In a Tylenol bottle. Yeah, you got to do it. You got to trick them.
Yeah.
So I freak out. Like, I'm freaking out because I'm like, what is this? I got drugged,
Wait, hang on a second.
Chicken
she
parm.
goes,
She did you a favor. That's a queen right there. She
No.
gave you high-powered muscle
I
relaxers.
had no idea. Then she was cool. She was like,
You
I
should
will.
marry, and she made you chicken parm. Come on.
Yeah, I should be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years ago, Davey would have fell in love with that girl.
She knew I was like scared. She knew I was kind of freaked out. So she goes, I'll take a couple too. We'll both be. Yeah. She's like, we'll both be even.
You know what?
And I was like,
We're
okay.
both gonna be roofied here, player.
She takes it.
You got Cosby.
She's drinking. She's drinking wine. She pours a bottle of wine. I'm not drinking, but she's drinking wine. And then like we're watching. I remember we're watching like MLB, like midday Major League Baseball, like.
happening?
And we're sitting on her couch. All of a sudden, she gets on top of me, and I'm so high that like it's that high where you're kind of stiffened up.
Yeah,
where, like,
you are.
You can't.
That's almost
You're like, now you can see it. Hang on, we're good.
You can't. I couldn't.
Consider yourself fluffed.
Dude,
There you go, Taylor.
dude, that literally is what happened. I was like pinned to the couch, but it was like everything, like my body was to my body. So
Yeah.
I was like pinned to the couch, and then I was like, I couldn't move at all. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna like be sick. Like I'm way too like gored out of my mind right now. So I run to the restroom and like throw up.
You
and
run to the restroom?
God, wow, dude. You are on one tonight.
get the story straight.
For those of you that don't know, Danny has cerebral palsy, and that was a hate crime, Josh. That was a hate crime.
It's like a slow walk.
Oh my
He's like
God,
jumping up
dude.
and down.
That was so brutal.
I
I'm
love,
gonna cry.
I love this.
So I go to the restroom.
He corrected himself.
I strolled modestly.
It was a nice strut. a little strut.
I waddled my way to the restroom.
I penguin my way over.
Okay, you're in the bathroom.
Yeah. I get to the bathroom. I like throw up the drugs.
Oh, that's good.
And,
Okay.
And so like
And then
I
you ran back.
I find a spare toothbrush for her teeth, and I go outside. She's like, "Do you not want to like? Did you leave? Do you want to sleep with me? Like, is there something wrong with me?" I was like, "What? No. Like, I was just way too high." She still wanted to sleep with me after I just threw up in her bathroom.
She's not going to let her victim get away that
Yeah,
easy.
yeah.
Okay, well, hang on.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, it was fun, but it was like,
That's
like,
a queen, dude. That is a queen.
I would have rather not have been Cosby'd at that point.
I mean, fair
Like-
enough. I
like
get that. Yeah.
When she climbed on top of me, it was like that scene in Get Out, dude. I was like just pinned to the fucking chair. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
dude.
could
That
not
is
move
scary.
at all.
I heard
And
it, Taylor. Yes, I heard it. Thank you.
Well, the man is getting you know what, so I think he could say it.
We love grapes. We love red grapes, green grapes, any kind of grape.
Yeah, first of all, this woman, like, first of all, people don't think like that's not like an assault. It was good. I had a fun time. So everything's good.
This
but,
sounds like my nightmare.
Did y'all end up dating?
No, that was definitely a one time.
That was just a one-time deal.
Yeah, you can drug me once.
Drug me once?
Yeah.
Shame on you.
I'll go on.
She's putting chicken parm outside your apartment. Come on, get it again.
Little breadcrumbs of
It's
chicken
a Daniel
parm.
trap of chicken parm and tramadol.
Yeah. Hey, lady, if you're still.
Audrey said you should call her.
Dude, she could handle some things.
She could still get it.
It's not Valentine's Day anymore.
Oh my goodness. Loyalty is dead.
No,
Chivalry is deceased. Okay, so just those two incidents together.
Those were pretty. I mean, it was the same person.
I mean, did you stay single for a while after that, or were you just ready to hop back on the horse?
I was single, but I had. I was single. I was dating.
Okay.
You said horse?
You said hop.
Horse, right?
I want to specify. He jumped back on the stallion.
He jumped.
Well, no, that doesn't work for you either, actually. Back on the nag? Can we say that?
I'm the only one that heard that.
I know. No,
I'm the only one that got it.
No, I get you, Taylor, but you do suck as a person.
Fair enough.
Oh man.
What's your story, Davey?
Oh man, I've got so many horrible. Did I tell you all about the time that I got stabbed? No. That was a fun one. Yeah, by a girl that I was dating at the time.
Nice.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
A real ride or die.
Do it again. No, I'm kidding.
That's right. I'd do it again. No, she went through my phone one night, which was a mistake on her part. Honestly, that's on her.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's
That's not
revisit
my
that
fault.
statement.
What?
No one should be going through anybody's phone. Duh. Point blank.
Yeah,
period.
exactly.
But what are you doing on that phone that would make somebody think?
I mean, it was nothing. It was nothing.
cheating?
No,
Yeah, that's
no,
what
I
it
was
feels
not.
like.
No, I was
That's
not.
stab,
Was not,
stab worthy,
no.
in my opinion.
No,
All right,
no.
Davey, I'll love with you here.
Okay.
But we're both kind of comedians. You get a
Yeah,
couple.
kind of. You guys are okay.
We get some DMs from time to time, some pretty
Right.
ladies.
Yes,
You
we
know,
do.
is it a little speculative? Yeah.
Sure.
But it's like, it's not, we're comedians. We gotta.
That's right. I'm not going to entertain that.
Yeah.
I can't help it that every woman wants to lick my face because I'm funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because you're funny.
Yeah, it's because I'm very, very funny, Taylor. That's exactly right.
And not because you've been doing heroin for 10 years. And you have the best plugs in the city, dude.
That's right.
Why do you
That
think
has
I'm
nothing
here,
to do
dude?
with any of that. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate the backup
Where
there.
did she stab you?
Under my armpit.
Right in the heart.
Yeah. No, it's
Wait,
done.
how did that
Well,
even work?
Okay, so what happened was
Wait,
what happened was
You mean in your armpit? How can it be under your armpit?
it was like right under. It was like right in this area.
But that's
On
a
your ribs.
sensitive spot.
Yeah.
I don't like
It
that.
was not a good
That
time.
never's been touched.
But okay. So here's what happened. So I remember, like, we went back to my place. We'd been out that night. I'd been doing some things,
Yeah.
partaking in some illicit substances. I'm not going to name them. But
Say
we
it.
get back to my place, right? And I'm already nodding out at this point. Like I'm ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she starts going through my phone, and I was like, "You don't want to do that." And she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because it's only going to hurt your feelings. It's not. I'm fine. You're going to be sad though, right?" So sure enough, she finds something that she didn't like, and she's trying to argue with me about it. And I'm like, literally, I'm nodding out right now. Like I can't have a conversation about
Read
this.
the room.
I'm falling asleep. Exactly. And so
Bitch, I do drugs.
that's it. That's it.
Like,
That's all
yeah.
there is to it. Yeah. So I do end up passing out. I passed out. I don't remember passing out. I just blacked out, right?
Yeah.
And I wake up. I don't even know what time it was that I woke up, but I woke up because I felt like a pain, like in my side, like my upper rib cage right under my armpit. And I'm laying on that side, and I'm like, I must be like laying on something. And I wake up and I go to get up, and all my sheets come with me. So like all my sheets were stuck to me.
Yeah.
And I realized there was a lot of blood. And so I panicked and just ripped the sheets off, which opened the wound again.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
And so now I'm bleeding profusely, and she's awake at this point because she stayed. She stayed.
So wait,
She
was she-
stabbed
She
me
wanted
and
to
then
watch you
stayed.
bleed out.
Stab you and then vote
That's
for
a
you,
real
or did
psychopath.
She stab you and go to sleep.
She woke up at that point, like, because I'm
she
like
went
yelling,
to-
like, what is going
she
on?
went to sleep?
Yeah, she just passed
did
out
you
next to me.
ask her, why did you do that?
Yeah, of course I did.
was her answer?
Well, first it was like, what happened? And she was like, I was like,
tripped.
why am I bleeding? And she was like, oh, you got cut. And I was like, what? How did I get cut? I don't remember that. And she was like, well, it was me. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I went through your phone last night and I found, blah, blah, blah. And I cut you, but you had already passed out. And so I just stayed. And that was it.
Wait,
that was it.
Was it a
That was your punishment? She just
like stab,
you?
like penetration, or like cut?
I honestly don't know. I really don't.
How'd you
am
patch it up?
nauseous.
Like, how'd you fix it?
I just put like tape on it or whatever.
Oh, so it was then that was a cut, because if
It's
it was
probably
like
a cut.
deep wound, then
I mean, it was pretty deep. It was bleeding pretty good.
yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy. But I mean, obviously we stayed together after
What
that
kind
because
of women-
that level of
Yeah,
crazy, dude, you
what-
got to stay with it. It's worth it, Josh. It's worth it.
no,
Back
it's
me up
not.
on this, Josh.
It's not worth it.
That
Dude,
little-
I've learned
your
that.
current wife
Her
has.
little honey pot must have been so good to get fucking stabbed and stay. to get stabbed and stay.
You have to put up with the level of crazy, but there's a level of acceptable crazy. And
Yeah,
being
that's full
stabbed
psychopath.
is
Hasn't your
not-
wife like fully attacked you before?
I mean, not stabbed. And I've never feared for my life.
Yeah.
I've feared that I would be harmed,
Okay.
but for some reason, little women think that they can't hit hard.
Didn't she key your car too?
Yeah, that was the worst
Wait,
thing.
wait. Your wife,
Yeah, she keyed my car.
Why are you putting Josh
You're
on
married
blast?
to now.
Yes.
Keyed your car.
Yeah,
Respect.
When you were married or before?
before.
And you
Dude.
stayed
Dating.
with her because why?
That is the least craziest thing a girl's ever done. I watched
Josh's
her.
experience, that is very stable.
That's very stable.
Very stable for Josh's stable of
Oh,
women.
yeah, you come from the mafia town. I forgot.
Well, no, it was all in. Well, actually, she was from the valley, but like the fake pregnancy, the
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
yeah, the fake
unalive
pregnancy.
myself.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course.
You're
The
like, yeah.
showing up when I'm leaving to like my grandparents' house and all my family's gonna be there, and then just showing up and acting like I invited you there.
Yep.
Oh,
Dude,
Yeah.
you know what I just realized about that story that I
you
told
must
about
have
getting.
been so much more attractive back in the day.
I was really good looking.
Yeah.
I was super good looking.
You know what? He deserves that. I'm proud of you for saying that, Daniel. But you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
I just realized that same girl that I told the story about, like stabbing me under my armpit.
Yeah.
That same girl.
Is in the chat right now. How you
Welcome
doing,
to
baby
the
girl?
chat. Give the video a like. No, that same girl. She slashed 3 of my tires. She really liked
No,
knives.
and also the strategy is
Yeah.
not don't slash the tires. What's really mean is just let the air out. Just flatten all the
that's
tires.
just inconvenient.
Yeah,
I had
no,
to go
it's funny.
pay for
It's
new
funny.
tires,
it's like,
though.
It's like when your phone charger breaks, but it's at the most inconvenient time.
I mean, yeah, it would. I would have been.
if
I
all
would
of
have
your
been
tires are
annoyed.
flat,
but,
slashing
like,
tires is a lot. And also, I
it
saw
was.
a video where someone's arm got blown off doing that. So
What? Like they tried to slash the tire and the tire
and
exploded.
Exploded.
Woo.
So that's scary.
Talk about karma.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, deserved.
Also,
Agreed.
just to be fair, I
Join
never
the
ever done that
Paralympics, by the
exercise.
way.
I want everybody to know I'm not crazy. I've heard of that
Well,
story.
yeah, you have a dick on your arm.
To be fair, it is a bone, which is
Thank
often
you.
mistaken.
Which is also referred to as a dick. When I'm trying to bone, I'm trying to.
Well, what's the craziest thing you ever did though? Like, what's your crazy?
Oh wait.
Oh, me?
Wait.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I'm interested.
um,
I'm scared. I'm not with the laugh. That's, I'm scared.
I once had the SWAT team called to my house.
Oh, that's nice. You've been
Yeah.
swatted. No, but
You're not that famous.
No, he wants to know
No,
the craziest thing you've done to
That's
a
what I'm
girl.
saying.
Yeah.
I had the SWAT team called to my house
Yeah.
because I was so brokenhearted over this girl that I had barricaded myself in my room, also with a knife, surprisingly enough. And I
date a lot
was
of Latinas.
what?
You date a lot of Latinas.
No,
Yeah.
both of these girls were white.
They grew up with
Were
in
they
a Latin.
crackheads?
They did. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right about that.
Can I say crackheads?
Yeah, you can say crackhead.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Yeah,
and-
they were
and
definitely crackheads.
both of them very much so. Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so brokenhearted and distraught that things weren't working out between us that I barricaded myself in my room. She called the police. The police thought that I was holding her hostage. That's how they interpreted her phone call, and sent the SWAT team out to my house along with like 20 cops.
Nice.
Yeah, the whole neighborhood was lit up.
Yeah.
And it was in that little.
Did you get arrested?
No, I got handcuffed and put in the back of a cop
You're
car.
so annoying.
But they did let me go. But it also made the community newsletter, so that was kind of cool.
At the rehab center?
No, in the neighborhood that I lived in, literally they had like their own little
Davey
newsletter.
Jackson cries over girl. Gets SWAT sent to house.
Oh,
Do you have a copy of
Tonight
that?
You know
at
what?
10.
I love her, bro.
that same, that same girl that cut me.
Yeah.
When we broke up, I went to her apartment one night.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I'd been out,
You
you know,
wanted to
once
stab the
again
other
doing
side.
some stuff.
Yeah.
So I show up at her apartment, and usually she left her door unlocked for me. So I show up, her door's locked. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll just hop the fence and walk in her back door, which I did.
Normal
Yeah,
thing.
very normal stuff, standard stuff, right? After a breakup. So I walk into her apartment, and I'm calling her name, and she hears me, and she's like, don't come in, don't come in. I go in, of course. I go into the bedroom, and she's in bed with another dude, and I'm just like, what's happening? But we're broken up at this
You should have
point.
stabbed her.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Well, actually, what happened
She
was
was getting stabbed.
that dude jumped out of bed. Taylor, show him the bone, quick.
No.
He looked at you and was like, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
So the dude though jumped out of the bed. I'm really confused at this point. I don't know what's going on, right?
Yeah.
He jumps out of bed and
Your
like
heart's breaking. That's
attacks
what's going
me.
on.
Is it
Yeah,
like
my heart
the
was breaking.
Spider-Man meme where everyone's just like this?
Just all of us. He jumps out of bed, starts attacking
Naked.
me. I start. Well, he had boxers on. Thank God, because otherwise, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
Question mark. Pause. So we start fighting, and I'm getting the better of him, but I'm trying to talk to her at the same time.
Yeah.
And so while I'm distracted trying to talk to her,
I'm
like
sorry,
ask
Daniel.
her
Are
what's
we
going
boring
on.
you?
Daniel's on
Are
his
we
phone.
boring you?
No. I just gotta.
You're asking her what's going on as you're beating up a dude in his underwear?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he took advantage of the situation of my distraction and tackled me, and then I got pounded in a not that way.
Yeah.
Like he was punching me really hard.
Yeah. You had your hands. Quit hitting yourself.
Well, this is when I had long hair.
Man, so this is you're done in her eyes for sure.
No, she
my
broke up with him.
God.
She broke up with that guy so that we could spend some more time together, and then call it off for good after that.
Gross.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. I cucked myself on that one. Actually,
I have a
I'm kind of
headache.
realizing. Yeah,
That doesn't sound great.
yeah, it was not
Doesn't
awesome.
sound great.
So yeah, those are some of my crazy dating stories.
Well, any shows coming up, boys? It's 9.
We're gonna do a show for our exes. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I would love
That's gonna be the show, the theme of the next show.
My exes will watch the podcast, so thank you for that.
Oh,
by
they
the way.
definitely will.
Yeah, they'll watch the podcast.
Daniel, do you have any shows coming up?
I do.
Literally?
Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, next, I think I'm doing Fantastic Damage.
Nice.
At the end of the month with Patrick Christopher.
Love that
I'm
dude.
gonna tell the story how I almost trafficked illegal drugs
In your
through an
butt.
through an international flight. Yes, well, no, that's not.
That's what he
drugs.
calls it.
I
He's
didn't
like, put it in
traffic
my
it.
international flight.
But yeah,
That's a common term for it. It's prison pocket and international
I'll
flight.
say this: I nearly grounded an international flight for
Oh,
certain,
nice.
certain reasons. So I'll be telling that at Fantastic Damage at Interview with the Blind Tiger.
Awesome.
And then March 15th with Raul Sanchez at LOL
Love
for
it.
Revolver Comedy.
Revolver comedy.
By the way, Davey has some shows. He has the special coming up. Never invited your boy Daniel on that show.
I know, even though
But
you are
it's
special.
okay.
That's crazy,
It's
isn't it?
It's okay, folks. But yeah, a couple shows coming up. And
Sweet.
then just like Instagram at vintage.daniel.
Also, I've never been on any of your shows, Daniel. How dare you call me out like
I would
that?
love to. Anytime you want, man. You have an open invite.
All right, cool.
Because I'm a good friend of yours.
Yeah.
But,
You are friends with Davey,
Yeah,
so to
exactly,
speak.
yeah.
And your social?
yeah, just vintage.daniel on Instagram.
You
Awesome,
said
dude.
that, but you weren't listening.
Oh, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about what I was
yeah,
going to say
you're
next.
you're just thinking about you.
Taylor, I know you don't do shows necessarily, but do you have anything that you'd like to shout out? Okay.
No.
Your social media? No? Not even that?
I mean, what do you want to see?
Yeah, who
Just
cares? Yeah.
Thirst traps in my dog and
I mean, a lot of people want to see that. Yeah, follow her on Instagram. She posts all kinds of
What's
thirst
my
traps.
Instagram
It's a lot of
handle?
fun.
The gay Taylor Bailey.
D. Taylor Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just, he was saying the happy Taylor Bailey. That's all he was
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Josh, what do you got coming up, man?
Friday, Feed the Funny at the Blind Tiger
Yeah.
Comedy Club, and then Saturday in Bastrop Film Alley, me and George co-headlining. And make sure to submit your sketch to Battle the Sketches. It ends February 24th on Film Freeway. So enter that.
Love it, dude. Love it, dude. And Feed the Funny, that's a great show. That's San Antonio's longest running comedy show, right?
Correct.
I went to
Very
that. It's
cool.
fun.
It's a great time, and it's
good people.
it benefits, you said, the San Antonio Food Bank.
San Antonio
We
Food
love
Bank.
that.
We raised
Very cool.
over, I think, $1,200 or $1,400 last year.
Nice, dude. That was the show I was on, right?
Yeah.
You're welcome. So
It all came from that one show.
as Daniel mentioned, we've got the special comedy showcase this Saturday, February 18th at the Blind Tiger. That show sells out, so get tickets if you want to come hang out at that show.
There's
it's a
another
super fun
sellout
time.
at this table.
We got a fire lineup. Dean Stanfield's going to be there. Elizabeth Spears,
Yep.
Kyle Dowdy, like just a really
Good
fun lineup.
lineup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really solid
a good
lineup.
lineup.
And then February 22nd, I believe it is, we're doing Keenan Thompson Presents. There's a few different
Yeah.
shows. I think I'm doing that at 9:30 p.m. on February 22nd.
Nice.
And then we're going to be back on the road, actually, coming up in March and April. So that's going to be cool. Hitting up Houston again, going out to
H-Town.
DFW, going to do Florida, California, Georgia. We got all sorts of fun stuff coming up there. So more to come on all
You might see your
that.
boy dropping in on.
You might see your boy Daniel just,
He just invited
hitting them up
himself.
style. I know, Daniel's always invited. He's always
We
invited.
talked about this beforehand.
And there's just all kinds of really cool stuff. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok,
Send 'em booty
all
hole
of them.
pics.
Let's do it. Let's do this. And then also, of course, follow the pod at Friends with Davey on Instagram. And yeah, I think that's about it, y'all.
Yeah.
All kinds of cool stuff. Taylor, thank you for being here. Daniel, thank you
Yeah.
for being
I'm
here.
never coming
Josh, the most legendary podcast moment of the evening award goes to you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone in the live chat for joining. We love you so much. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.